Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Rise of House Grand. Our kingdom is looking massive now. As we can see, we also have started to invade the Dornish lands. We have plenty of children, so it looks like the Grand Line is pretty secure. I'm going to unpause just so it can tick along whilst we do the introduction. And we also, a lot of the other characters, your guys' characters, do seem to be prospering quite well. I think we'll have a little look around to see how people are doing. Bar Aemon's Bar Aemon and Massey's Massey, so we'll leave them, but we'll start with House Shame on the Isle of Stars, and the current lord is Lord Ares of the Isle of Stars, who is 15, has plenty of siblings, so hopefully that line should be pretty good. He's not as impressive as the former lords, but he's doing okay. Then over in Woodmere, we have House Startower. He's a 53-year-old lord, but he does have a son, Sir Walton Startower, who has a daughter, so the line's fairly secure for now. In Bywater, we have House Whitewood, where we have Lady Celessa of Bywater. She does have a son, Samwile Whitewood, so the Whitewood line is secure for now. Port Aurora, we have Lord Calum of House Orion, who does have a son and two daughters, so the line's fairly secure for now. In Atterdale, we have House Bronstar, who has 4 daughters and granddaughters, right, his second daughter. Okay, there's a Robin Bronstar, so there is finally a male. And the other daughter's had a daughter, and the other one's like, oh my god, so there's one male in the whole line of House Bronstar, but at least they do finally have a male heir. Then we head over to House Bloodsong, where we have House Bloodoak, who, Brynden Bloodoak the Careless, is still going at the age of 57. He has a daughter, and he only has one son, but maybe he's had a son, no, 2 daughters. Okay, yeah, so he's not got a heir yet. He's not got a grandson. Morgoth, we go over to House Morgoth in Morgulef, sorry, and he has 2 sons, Caven Morgoth and Daffin Morgoth, but Lord Christopher Morgoth is only 30 at the moment. Pretty okay traits all around. In Dalston's Keep, we have House Blackhawk, and that's a ridiculous amount of children. So he has a daughter. Well, he's got 4 daughters and 4 sons, so I think that line is pretty secure. And then his oldest son has 2 sons as well, so it looks like they are pretty secure. In Camelot, we have House Pendragon, where Nakados is the lord, and he has a son and a daughter, so the line's pretty secure. Bramsfort, we have House Okarulo. In Byford, we have House Blackadder, who is a young lad, but he does have a twin brother, so hopefully the line should be secure. Payne Hall, we have House Goldfire, and he has a son and a daughter. I think there's not many more over here, I don't think. Okay, that war's finally ended, so we'll pause that quickly. Rockerin, we have Lord Pate of House Sordak, and he has 2 sons, so his line's pretty secure, as well as Sibyllins. I don't think any of these are custom houses, are they? No. Then in Mossborough, no. Where's our next custom house? Here we go, House Morgraine of the Great Fork. He's 64, so still going, the original founder, but he does have a son, Tyler Morgraine, who is married, so hopefully the line will be secure. And then in Lolliston, we have House Raventree, who has Lord Clement, but he does have a Sibyllin. Oh no, he's a Sunglass, so this line is not very secure, so he needs to hurry up and have a son. The God's Fort, we have House Khan, where we have Lady Teresa of the God's Eye, but she does have 2 sons and 2 daughters, so the line's pretty secure. Down in Shoreham, we have House Red Rose, who is quite old now, 53, but his wife's still pretty young, so they should have plenty of children, hopefully, and he does have a son and heir, so the line looks to be fairly secure. Wolfsguard, we have Lady Sorellen of House Uno. She does have a daughter and a sister, so they could do again some male heirs, really. In Harmony's Keep, we have Lord Erwin of House Congrove, who is incredible stat-wise, and he does have a son as well, so the line is pretty secure. Stokeworth, we have Lord Lewis of Gorsky, and he has 2 sons and 2 daughters, so the line's very secure, as well as 3 brothers as well, so that line is very, very secure. In Oak Hill, we have House Oakenshield, and he has 3 sons, so the line's pretty secure there as well. Sowshorn, we have House Drake, where we have the young Lord Rhaegar. If I remember rightly, his father was murdered and his brother was as well, but the line is recovering, thankfully. Then we have Birch Hall, where we have Lord Hewer, who does have 3 sons and a daughter, so the line's pretty secure there as well. Then we have House Striker in Strikestone, who is Lady Titer of Strikestone, but she is married matrimonially, but her daughter died, so their line's in a little bit of risk at the moment. Edgerton, we have House Bloodiron, which is very secure. 3 sons, all of decent ages, so probably a couple of grandsons maybe. No grandsons yet, but 2 are still unmarried, so there will be plenty of grandsons there, I would imagine. Where have we not been yet? Hollard Hall, where we have House Duskin. We have Lord Walder of Duskindale. He has 3 sisters and a son, so the line's fairly secure. Thornhill, we have House Greyheart, who has 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and a son. So, oh, that's a bastard son, though, John Storm. But the line's pretty secure for House Greyheart. Cracklaw Baron, we have House Oceantide. He's got a son and a daughter, so the line's okay for now. Whispers, I think we have someone there. No, we have Lucian Mendleton, who's claimed that for himself. But Lucian Mendleton is still going strong at the age of 55. He's got 4 daughters and a son, Pierce Mendleton. On the Lagoon, we have Lord Mohor Hydra, but he does have a daughter, so the line's not the most secure. He could do with getting some sons. Dragon's Rest, we have House Squid, where Lady Roelle is reigning. But yeah, that line is not very secure at all. But she is married matrimonially, so hopefully she will have some sons to carry on the line there. And then I think that's about it. I think we have Harroway's Town, where we have Lord Harrow. He doesn't have any sons yet. He's not married yet. His bride isn't old enough yet, but hopefully he has got some siblings. He's got a brother, so he should be okay. And then Salt Pans, we have House Norris. He's getting on, wow, he's getting very old, 62, but he does have a son, so hopefully the line will be secure. And then I think we just have 1 lord down in our Dornish lands, who is House Dyke, where we have Nakados, but he does have 2 siblings, so hopefully that line will also be secure. Right, after that we can finally start. Your acquaintance Lord Tormund Woodskinner has been imprisoned. Okay, I'm not really bothered, but at least that war's over. That means we can now attack the Fowlers, declare war and invasion of the Stoneway before it changes Andor or gets took in by the Torrentine, so we can expand our Dornish borders. Why can't we attack? We don't have enough prestige. Oh, we're slightly low on the prestige. We need a little bit more prestige. What can we do to improve our prestige? Surely there's something that we can do to do that. Well, we'll have to unpause and forward along for now. Let's search for a smith and a weaponsmith to forge a deadly weapon. That will surely add us a bit of prestige, and we've got a hell of a lot of money to spend as well after the last few episodes, where we're now gaining a lot of money from trade in and around Grandport. Oh, they're at war already. Dalga Queen Elena has been a leal and able servant. Yeah, we'll send her a small reward then. Who are these currently at war with in Skyreach, the Fowlers? Please don't say you're in defending against Storm King Elman, Stormland, Stone and Sky vassalization. Oh, you bastards. So the Stormlands look like they're going to beat us to it, which is annoying. Maybe, though. Maybe we might be able to get in on time. We only need 30 more prestige. A Master-at-Arms, Lewis Guyscore, has told me about a remarkable weaponsmith residing in Port Aurora. He suggested that I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself. A fine idea. Hopefully we can make some nice weapons. Once the weaponsmith craftsmanship has been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself as Master Armand and gestured towards his numerous assistants who all carried examples of his work. Does my king have anything special in mind? Well, we already have a Valyrian steel sword, so we don't need a sword. Let's have an axe made. An axe, I see. An excellent choice, my king, says Master Armand, and calls forward the assistant cradling 3 axes in his arms. I have 3 examples of different quality levels. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay. I do not need any frills. I'm sure whatever you make is good enough. 60 goals. We'll go for the most expensive one. And hopefully get a very grand axe. I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. Who is it? It's Lord Brynden, our Hand of the King. Oh, great. Let's just ask him politely for now and see if that works. Thank you for reminding me of my duties. Awesome, so asking him politely did work. As I'm walking towards Master Eamon's smithy, I could not hear the sound of progress, but instead the sound of voices talking. I found Armin and his friend Sir Tion discussing different metals and their compositions. All this talk was making my head spin, and definitely halting the progress on the work I have ordered. There is no harm. Armin is taking some time to help Tion. We lose 50 prestige, which we really don't want at the minute. Or what does Armin think he's doing? This is not why he is here. He is here. Gain 50 prestige. Armin focuses on his task and produces a superior piece of work. Yeah, we'll go for that because we want the prestige. Now we can try and invade these at the same time. Declare war. Invasion of Stone and Sky. Send. Right. How many men do we actually get to call up down here? Is it enough that we can... Not really. Not enough to do anything with down there. Right, okay. We're not going to need a lot of men. We just want a quick force that we can get down there with quickly. So if we call up the ones around us, we only need a couple of thousand men. We call up all the ones close to Grandport so we can just march those straight in Grandport. A couple of thousand should do the business. Okay. All of you, please march on to Grandport, please. Hopefully we'll have enough men from there. Right. We've only got 26 ships, so we may as well call up the islanders and their fleets as well, because their fleets will obviously come in handy. What about you, Lucian? How many men have you got for us on your ship? Wow, a lot of men. And you guys get on your ships. And what about the isle over here? No, nothing. Right, we'll bring those ships over and hopefully that will be enough. And enough men and enough ships to sail down there pretty quickly and take the Stone and Sky. And how Fowler lands before the Stormlands do. Your Grace, we've received word from Blackwood. King Tristan has led them in a coalition against Stone and Sky. That's fine. Blackwoods are free to do that if they like. They're not going to cause too much damage or stress to us. Right, how many fleets have we got? 109. So that should be more than enough. Oh, no. That should be more than enough to carry what we want to carry down south. Once these other men finally get here, it's taking their time. Just waiting for the Morgulf armor, which is only 195 men. You know what? Disband. There's no need for that. Merge. Embark the fleet. Let's sail down to Yormwood quickly, where we've got a few more hundred reinforcements awaiting our arrival anyway, so that's fine. We should have more than enough men. Get Lucian into Skyreach quickly to siege it, as he always does. You now march back up to Yormwood, and you'll be there in time for when the rest of the army arrives. We should prepare. Winter is coming. Finally, the axe has been completed. Master Armin has brought me a sturdy box which contains the items. My hands are shaking slightly. I open its heavy lid. This is excellent. So we got a battle axe. Your friend, Sir Tion Gardner, has died and now it falls to your small private funeral. I don't really care. We literally only brought him to court for one reason, and that was so we could try and marry him matrimonially to some of you guys whose characters refuse to have sons. Right. Lucian, if you can lead the centre with... You know what? We'll lead the flank. Let's try and get involved. We are trying to make our marshal better, and then we'll also have Dorian of Dalston's Keep. Why not? And we'll march straight on to Skyreach. Start taking the Dornish marches. We do need to take Weil, I've noticed. Weil, however we'd say it. That should be part of the Yormwood land, I believe. So I don't know why it's not under our control. Let's march these 600 men to back up the Skyreach army. Okay, we can assault by siege, which is good. I didn't know if it was a high-level fort. My bannerman, Lord Bryndon Bloodoak, has tried to have Lord Alistair Bronstar of Atterdale arrested, but has failed. Okay, Lord Alistair has now raised his banners in rebellion. Right. Let's see if we can put an end to that, please. Can we command one of you to end the war, please? Command to end war, do it. Your Grace, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. Okay, we'll leave you both to it then. The High Septon has declared an anathema upon your acquaintance, Storm King Elmer Durendon. Okay, he's been excommunicated. I wonder if we'll be allowed to declare war on him because of that. We'll let that wind down a little bit more before we assault, just to be sure that we do take it. We don't want to suffer too many casualties. So let's have a look at our treasurer. Let's have a look at our new battle axe of the Grand Dynasty. Yeah, so we need to change that. Okay, guys, so who's going to come up with a name for a battle axe for me? Please put your suggestions down below and I'll select the one that I like the most. Your reports from Grand Port that his charity work on your behalf is proceeding well. The poor have been fed and your pie standing has improved. Awesome, a bit of piety. We're lacking massively in prestige, so we really need to get more prestige. Your Grace, I write on behalf of the Bank of Valyria to express the consternation of the actions of your bannerman, Lord Chiswick Serret. They have failed to pay the due interest. I don't see why this concerns me, if I'm honest. There's no point assaulting it now, is there? We may as well wait until we fully grind it down. We've almost done it. There we go. Victory. Siege of Skyreach. Awesome. Now we'll assault the next province. A victory again. And assault again. It's only 120 defenders. Only 200 defenders. Try and get this war over with before the Stormlanders win it instead. Let's have a look at him quickly. How is he doing against the Stormlands? He's war score 1% in favour of Lord Fowler. So, yeah, we should be perfectly fine here to win this war. Right, let's disband the fleet. We don't need the fleet about. Let's go up into Kinggrave. Okay, King's Grave. And take that. Your Grace, since I arrived in Grand Port, there has never been a shortage of soldiers. Thank you, Lord Gorsky. 50% improvement on reinforcement rate. Right, come on. Let's get into King's Grave quickly. I wonder what lands we're going to be able to give away to people. King's Grave, we have House. Okay, so does he own both? Yes, he does. He owns all three and the Wide Way. Okay, so we can take two of them away. We'll keep Skyreach, he can keep, but the other two we will give to our loyal bannermen. Right, how well defended is this? Not very well, so that's good. We'll be able to assault it pretty soon and get it under our control. My wife doesn't seem very content at the moment. She wants more clothes, better shoes and fine dresses. My dear, I can't refuse you anything. We have plenty of money, so... Her daughter was born to Monford Sunglass. Not really bothered about that, are we? It's none of the custom houses, so... Can we assault again, please? Oh, wow, there's a Stormlander army marching down on us. That's not good, and they've got 8,000 men. We do have good commanders, but probably not good. And oh, it's going to be that's going to be tight if they decide to attack us. Okay, what quality of education would you like to purchase for your daughter? Mega grand. Let's have a look at her. She's 12. She's pretty good in learning, so we'll go with a learning education, and we'll obviously spend very highly on her as well to ensure that it's... Oh, okay. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We surrender. Accept. King Duncan of the Grandlands used the title Kingdom of Stone and Sky from Lord Aaron III of Wideway. Your Grace, news from Winterfell are tried by combat. Don't really care. Right, pause. So at least we ended that before the Stormlanders arrived. We can disband the army now. Let the army start recovering. But at least Dawn is looking much healthier under us. Right, do you still own all three of these? Yes, you do. Right, so I will revoke the title. You can have the High Lordship, but I want the Lordship of Wideway. We can't do it because we don't have any bloody prestige. But we'll be able to have some soon, and then I can give those to you guys. I do have a new batch of characters starting to come in as well off you guys. I'm just waiting till I have 7 as usual. Okay, Lord Quentin Redrose really hates us. He's our rival, apparently. Okay, Brynden Bloodoak really hates us for some reason. Wants control of Lordship of Bywater. Do you not have that already? Okay, that must be under my vassalage then. It should be under yours. I do apologise. There we go. Send. What is the High Lordship of Let's have a look at the High Lordship of this area. The Lordship of Bloodsong, High Lordship of the Kingswood. Ah, okay. Now you've got everyone that you wanted under your control. Okay. Should Attadale? Oh, Attadale is normally under your control, isn't it? It's just because they're rebelling. Hopefully that keeps him happy now, though. Make him like us a little bit more. No, his opinion of us still isn't great. What about if we send you a little gift? There we go. That's going to improve it massively. Still can't command you to end your war, which is annoying. Wow. It's a big army, though. Hell of a big army. I don't know where we're going to go next. Oh, what's going on down here? What's going on in the Manda? Cider Hall troop. Can we declare war on you? Because it looks like you've gone away from each other. Declare war. Yes, we could actually try and invade Manda Vale and get it under our control. I don't know what they're doing at the moment. Are they fighting against their liege? Defending against Haston, Harston's led. Okay, so we've got an Andal invasion happening in the Reach. There's not a lot more we can do. I don't know what's going on with House Rygar, by the way. Look, they own half, well, not half, a quarter of the Iron Islands, maybe. And okay, good. Declare war. We can now. No. I was going to say, does that mean that we can now declare a war on this land and invade it? But it doesn't look like we can, which is annoying. Lord Paramount. Oh, okay. It looks like it's changed slightly because before it was under King Rygar, so I'm not really sure what's happened there. The North has lost some of its Riverland lands that it had taken. We will be marching that way once we get... Okay, what's going on with High Heart? You are attacking King Kurthal Wayfarer's Rest in revolt against the king. Can we do anything about that? I don't really think that we can. It's a shame that we can't swing in and try and take High Heart. So, no, not a lot we can do. The Rock, we can declare war on you, but only to claim stuff for people, so we're not really bothered about that. I don't really want to attack the Iron Islands until we make our way over that way a little bit more. What are these lords doing on their own? Can we declare war on any of you? Invasion of Tenderin. It's not bordering any of our lands, though, so I don't really want to. Okay, what about Horn Vale? House Brax. No, that's annoying. I thought we might be able to. About Withers. Can we declare war on you? No. It's a shame that the Mandevale isn't a bit closer. I would have gone for it. What about the Torrentine? Can we go for you? Declare war. No, only to claim it. Ghost Hills. Not a lot we can do down here. At the moment with Dawn, but we have took a big chunk of land. We can declare war on the Stormlands for a while as it's part of our domain, but I don't really want to at the moment. We could try and do the de jure claim for it, but we'll leave that for now. Stormlands are still quite powerful, aren't they? So, oh no, 7,000 men, so they're maybe not that powerful. Where can we go next? What can we do next? We'll let it tick along while we decide. Do we have any lands to give a Kingdom of Stone and Sky? Kingdom of Red March. Yeah, we do need to delete it. We have a strong claim on Stonehedge and Goodbrook. We just need the claim on Leicester once we can send him there. There we go. He's been there long enough now. So we need that, and then we can go for all three of those and expand into the Riverlands. And what is interesting I found here is that Southstone is now a republic, the Brackenlands, which is interesting. It's the free city of Southstone. So no idea how that's happened. It's very random, very strange, but whatever. It's such a shame that we can't declare war on these to expand into that land. It would be great if we could expand in that. Then we'd be bordering the north and we could start an invasion of the north then, which would be awesome. And we'd gain a hell of a lot of land from that, of course. Is there any old god worshippers in the Vale? Because if there is, we'll be able to start heading that way. No, it doesn't look like there. Eastwold, maybe? Longbow Hall, the Hunters? No. So it's split up completely, the Vale, but unfortunately they're all already and also we can't actually do anything to try and expand into Crabshaw. Well, we can declare war on you for forced vassalization. That might be worth it, you know. Do you know what? Yep, let's declare war, force vassalization. Well, we can't send because we have no prestige. We really need to get some more prestige. Right, what can we do to gain some prestige? There must be something else that we can do. Does establishing a household guard give us anything? Personal worth greater than 24. Right, let's establish a house. Oh no, what was that? What sort of man do you want to... Oh no, I've clicked the wrong one. No, I don't want this anymore. I've changed my mind. We'll just go with a sellsword. We're going to have to now. It's not what I asked for, be gone. Could hold a feast. Might gain us a bit of prestige. Court out of hiding. Oh yeah, call the court out of hiding. You shouldn't be in. Could have a grand tourney of Grandport. Could do with a tourney at some point. We've not had one for quite some time, so it probably would be quite good to have one. Let's have a look at what we can do. Ah, you're not the High Lord anymore. The Leicester is. Declare war. Yeah, we may as well wait then until we can claim everything there, don't we? We may as well wait. I just want to be bordering the north so we can invade. Septon Robert has been a legal servant. We'll give him some gold. Let's hold a grand tourney. Why not? Where are you? Hold a grand tourney. A large regional tourney. Yes, we'll get everybody involved all around the Kingdom of the Grandlands. We really need a better name though, wouldn't... Well, it would just be Westeros, I suppose, wouldn't it? This is just the High Lordship of the Grandlands. Lord Alistair of Attadale accepted Lord Brendan the Careless's peace offer. Very nice. Can we revoke your title now? Do we even have anybody that we want to give that land to, actually? I don't know if we have anyone in court still who's not been landed yet out of you guys. If there is, we'll take some of these Dornish lands to give to you. But I think we may have landed everybody by now. Apart from the bloody Black Suns. But because you insist on... oh, that's a good idea, actually. I could get a new courtier to force into marrying them matrimonially so that we can finally give the Black Suns some land. We really need to give them some land. They just refuse to not have daughters. Is there anybody else that we could... that does need land still? Out of your guys? I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure everybody's landed now. I'm sure they are. Yes, looks that way anyway. So we'll save some of the land up ready for the next bunch of characters who will be coming in soon to go in all this new land. It's a real shame we can't attack Wayfarer's Rest. Huge plot of land there. It's a huge High Lordship. Blackwoods are no longer old gods either, which is... oh, the Blackwoods are actually gone. It's somebody else now living in the... oh no, the Blackwoods are still here. They're just not living in Raventree Hall. But they are 7, which is annoying. If we took the north, we'd have so much power. The Reach. Declare war. Not a lot we can do. For now. It is time to let the tournament begin, and for the next 2 months, let's all show their martial brilliance. This is the time. Right, I'm excited to see who's going to win the tourney out of all you guys, if all of you actually turn up to it, who knows. Hornvale, can we... nah. As the feast begins, Lord Shakan presented a petition before the court. He says that the crime of banditry in Bramsfort is an increasing threat. Okay, we'll send Lord Lewis to sort it out. Lord John Drinkwater has used his attendance at the feast in Grandport to present a petition for the justice brought before the court. He claims that whilst he was detained by Lord Edgar Yormwood, he was barbarically tortured and mutilated. Well, the fact that you're blind, it looks like that may be true. He must be arrested. He must pay you. Lord Lewis organised a group of men to tackle the bandits and rogues in Bramsfort. He successfully captured or killed many prominent criminals and publicly hanged them as an example to the others. The problem has now been stamped out and Lord Shakan is satisfied. And we gain 50... oh no, Lord Lewis gains 50 prestige, but we get 25 prestige, so that's still good. We did gain some prestige. The local nobles of Grandport complain about too many peasants entering the city during the summer fair. Tell them to accept the peasants. Restrict peasants. No, it's tough. It's for the peasants as well. Noella Bloodoak has used her attendance of this feast of Grandport to present a petition for justice. She claims that while she was detained by Lord Edgar Yormwood, he was barbarically... okay, so Lord Yormwood seems to be a bit of a bastard, but we'll get him to pay up again. Lord Orlam Rosby has used his attendance at the feast in Grandport to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims that Lord Nathan Oceantide sullied his honour by having illicit relationships with his wife. Right, where are you, Lord Nathan? Walder Flowers. Well, you have a bastard. And who is the bastard's mother? It is Arena Hulthum, who is not his wife. Who's his wife? Lady Edorise of Rosbe. Oh, she's a Mendleton. Oh. Lord Nathan is clearly not guilty. Don't want to upset the Mendletons and the Oceansides. Right. The first days of joust is complete, with many lesser riders having already been eliminated from the competition. Now, over the coming days, the remaining men shall compete in the final lists, tilting until only one champion remains. Fine jousters, all of them. I will watch them all. Yep, fine jousters, all of them. Let's see who's going to win. I'd like to say Albert had been slain. Yes, Lord of Morgulf has died, leaving his 10-year-old son, Lord Cavern Morgoth, in control. I tried to sit up in bed, but someone is holding me down. It's the burly armsman with the trustworthy face I prompted to be the guard last week. Another assassin is trying to force a rag into my mouth, holding my nose so I can't breathe. I don't want to die like this. King Duncan of the Grand Lands dies. Okay, so someone has murdered the king. King Duncan has taken his last breath at the age of 30. He died under suspicious circumstances. A master of coin and administrator, Duncan was known in his time as an able steward of the realm, a man of talent. He is with the gods now. King Arthur, merely 7 years old. The realm is left in the capable hands of the regent and council. Long live King Arthur. So be it. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you'll play as Prince Duncan. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I've been appointed as your regent, Lord Lucian the Butcher of Blackwood. Your father, King Duncan Grand, has died, and now it falls to you. My father deserves to be honoured with a funeral. Just the Grand family, all the court of Grandport, my vassals, all lords and ladies of the realm are invited. Okay, so I want to find out who killed poor Lord Duncan. We have a tyrannical stain for some reason. We're better in martial though. Looks like we may have our first martial grand, which we haven't had before. But I think considering the king has died, we will end the episode with the death of the king and start from fresh in the next episode as King Arthur. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of The Rise of House Grand.